So we went out to this park, and there was like a bunch of college kids, and we just wrecked all the college kids. That was my day off.
0, 1. Let's get started.
All right, welcome to episode 26 of Unforced Errors. Today we have another guest. It is the 2025 PPA Challenger Women's Doubles winner, Abbi Hatton. Abbi, welcome to the show.
Thanks. Excited to be here.
All right. So we like to start all of these kind of the same, just a general idea of who you are, you know, how you got into pickleball, your history, on or off the court. So just tell the people who Abbi Hatton is.
Okay, so yeah, I'm Abbi Hatton. I'm 27 years old. I started pickleball about 3 years ago, three and a half years ago. I was a physical therapist assistant and worked in an office actually, but we worked out in like a gym area. So we had patients that would come in. We worked on motocross guys, and so like the PBR guys would also come in. So bull riders, stuff like that, and anyways, there's a gym in our facility, like a basketball court, and there's some old guy hitting some pickleballs. I was like, what is that? Well, I played basketball. It's my background in college. And this old guy is hitting pickleballs, like thousands of them. He had like these giant bags. And I was like, okay, I want to see what this guy's doing. So I go out there and he tells me a little bit about pickleball. And he gives me a paddle. He's like, hey, let's hit a little bit. So I hit with him, and I was like, this is a lot of fun. So like every day from like then on, he let me keep that paddle, which is actually actually, no, it's not this one. This one. It's this Selkirk. This is his signature. So nice. That's a cool little memento that I keep on my wall. But yeah, so he let me play with that. And I ended up becoming the like pickleball coordinator for the facility. So I started putting on tournaments. I would do clinics. I would just kind of do the pickleball scene basically. So that's how I got into it. And then if you want a long story,
Definitely.
Do you want it? Do you want the whole story?
We're here for the whole thing.
So I actually, after I got done doing like the physical therapy thing, I went to be a conductor for the railroad. So fun fact about me, I was a conductor, and I transferred to Nebraska where I drove some trains for a living for a couple years.
Whoa.
So that's a fun fact. But I did that for a couple years and stopped playing pickleball. I was like, I need to do a big girl job and make some money. Ended up meeting my husband, and he was like, I don't want you to be in Nebraska anymore, so come back down to Texas. So I moved back down to Texas about, maybe it's been 2 years now, year and a half, 2 years almost, that I've been back down to Texas, Dallas area. And started playing pickleball again and got in with the crowd that kind of plays pro and was kind of starting to dabble a little bit, and they were playing PPAs. And so I was like, okay, I want to play some PPAs, and started playing some 5-0s with Emma Nelson. You guys have probably heard of her. And so we actually won like 3 5-0 PPAs, and we decided maybe we should start playing pro qualies, and started getting out of main draws there. And then the Challenger series popped up. So yeah, kind of that's a little bit of my backstory, but yeah.
No tennis background or anything, right?
No tennis background. I played college basketball for 2 years. Then I shattered my wrist, so I have a big like T-bar in my wrist, so like a two-hander is super tough for me. But yeah, after basketball, I hung those shoes up and decided the physical therapy was like the thing that I wanted to do. But yeah,
well, we can't gloss over the train driving. I need to know what that was like.
That is a male dominant area. So coming in there, just being a woman is insane, right? Like they're just like, oh my God, it's a woman. She's gonna drive trains with us. So like when I went in, I had to do like training and stuff. So I was with a guy all day, like our schedule was so different. We would go like mornings, and then we switched to afternoons. So I would be in this motor, this box, basically this tin can box with a guy all day. And so they would know everything about me and I would know everything about them, because you can't do anything in that train except talk to your neighbor, right? Like there's no phone, there's no reading a book, there's no drawing, there's no nothing. So they had like cameras on us at all times.
No way.
And so literally like I'm asking this dude everything that I can ask him, and he's asking me the same, which you guys probably get the drift. It gets weird after a little bit. It gets weird. And then you have to stay in a hotel, and then you go back with this guy. So we would go like from Nebraska, we'd go like Kansas City, and then we'd come back from Kansas City. So you're spending 2 days with these dudes on the regular. So it was different. It was fun. It's a whole different world there, right? Like just driving trains. I was a conductor, so it's kind of hard to explain that. So you have an engineer and you have a conductor. The engineer actually drives the trains if there's cars attached. And the conductor drives the trains if it's just a motor, which you guys call like a locomotive, or the head of it, the part that drives the train.
Yeah.
So we were only allowed to drive it if there was no cars attached. So yeah, we're called hostlers. So like in the yard, if you're a hostler, you get hostler certified and you can drive the train. So I got hostler certified, and there for like a little bit there, at the end of my career, I started driving the trains and like moving the motors around. And so that was a blast.
That's really cool.
It's kind of cool to, like literally, move a motor around, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm moving this thing. It's like a toy car that I'm just driving. Yeah, it's a cool feeling, but.
Yeah, I've never met anyone else that has done that. I've always wondered what it was like.
I like having that as my fun fact. I'm like, yes.
That's a really good one.
Yes, you are the first train conductor on this show, 26 episodes in. Perfect. So shout out. Yeah, so you kind of just jumped into this. You're saying that you played some 5-0 tournaments. What do you think, what level were you at when you started playing right out of the rip? Because obviously tennis players, I feel like, come in at a higher level, but you didn't have any tennis experience, but naturally an athlete. So you obviously jumped the line, but where do you think you were at when you came in?
I was probably at like a 3.5. Like I was actually really low. Like when I first got a duper, I think it was like a 2.8. So I played a couple like 3-0 tournaments on the basketball courts with my now husband. And we would just go try to wreck people. We played a couple tournaments at the Oasis, which is a facility that the PPA actually used to play at. It's in Rockwall. And I used to think, oh my gosh, I'm going to go play at this 4.0 level. And then we would just get slacked by like a bunch of sandbaggers. And so my duper was like a 2.8 to start with. And I played some like tiny town tournaments and won a few of those. But when I jumped into the 5.0 level, mix was tough for me because I'm such a big girl. Like I'm tall, I'm 5'10". My wingspan's really tall, like big. So it was tough playing mix. So when I came into mix, we were getting rolled like every single time. But women's was a little bit different. I had Emma with me and we kind of grew together. We played really well together. So, I was low level when I came into it, but when we started winning, I was like, okay, like we're a good team. So chemistry is a big thing.
Awesome. So you kind of just fell into it and you just fell in love with it, I guess. Yeah. That's awesome. And so you're saying you kind of came in, you said you were a 2.8, and then you like just kept playing until you started winning 5.0 tournaments.
Literally, it went from 2.8 to like winning like little tournaments. I was like a 3.5, and then when I was winning 5.0 tournaments, I was like a 4.1. I was maybe a 4.0, and I remember dreaming about the day that I was going to be a 5.0. Like I would keep telling my husband, "Oh my god, I went up to a 4.2. I'm a 4.25 now." Like I was freaking out about being at that level. When I moved back down here, I was probably like a 4.2, and everybody kept asking me, "How are you a 4.2?" I'm like, I don't know, dude. Love duper. Duper's great, so that's what I am. But then we started winning some 5.0s, and got that duper up a little bit. But
me and Frank are still dreaming about being a 5.0. So
we're not dreaming of that.
What are you guys right now? What are you ranked?
We
Like-
could barely knock on the door of 3-5 right now.
I think we're
so-
3-5. Yeah,
You guys need to put some highlights up. I need to see this.
we don't have any.
Well, yeah, that's by design. People won't be able to take us serious for gear reviews if they actually see us play.
You did talk about Challenger, and we are huge fans of the Challenger series. They actually came to Charleston, and we got to go out and meet a lot of the players and the people that put that on, and they're all so awesome. They're doing some good work there. But how important do you think like the extra reps from those tournaments are in like your growth?
I love the Challenger series. I mean, without them, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I just love the smaller tournament vibe. I mean, like, it's big tournament show, right? Like, they have everything going for them with the setup and how they run the tournament. That's a pro tournament setup. But I like how small it is in a way. I like that everybody is kind of super friendly, right? Like, yeah, it's ran great. Love the small time vibe. And yeah, it's helped me get a bunch of reps and see kind of what the pro level is like. I mean, you're getting the same reps that you are at the PPA tournaments without getting squashed by a top 10 team in the second round, right? Or the first round. So it's great to kind of be able to get through a bunch of rounds and get a bunch of reps. And so they've provided us with that. And I played the Charleston one actually. I broke my foot in Charleston. So not a great. I mean, it was a good tournament for me because it was the first tournament where I played with Chuck Taylor. I played with Chuck Taylor in mix, and we beat, I think it was Angie and James in the second game. And so I was like on this high. I was like, oh my gosh, we're going to beat this top team in 3 sets. We were up 6-1 on them in the third set. And I was just like, we're going to beat this team. And at that point I was like, this is a top team for me. Right. And so much adrenaline. And I remember I was on the left side. Chuck was reverse stacking with me. So I was actually playing the left. And so my job was just to Ernie and just go right in front of me, and Ernie and go right in front of me. And I remember jumping up for a ball, coming down and just feeling my foot just like almost snap. Like I felt an intense hot pain in my ankle. And I was like, oh no, something is bad. But I'm dumb. And I was like, let's keep playing because I want to beat this team. So like I had one of the physical therapists came over. She was like, are you sure you want to keep playing? I'm like, no, we have to beat this team. Yeah, we didn't beat that team. They ended up lobbing me probably 8+ times. Chuck had to try to scramble, and yeah, we ended up losing, I think, 11-6. Yeah, they rattled off straight 10 points. So we ended up losing, but yeah, Charleston was a good one and a bad one. So I had good experience for mentally, like, I can do this. I can play these high-level teams, but yeah, it kind of sucked on the physical body.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, I actually think I remember you at the Charleston Challenger because were you sponsored by Luz at that point already?
I've been sponsored with Luz for longer than anybody that's been sponsored by them. So I was sponsored by them before they were cool, right? So
right.
I like to say I'm one of the few with them.
Well, so that's how I remember you because they had reached out to us maybe like a month before that, and they were like going to send you a couple paddles to review, and like, nothing needs to be involved in the review. We don't care what you say. Just review it. Okay. So I remember going to the tournament and you were wearing something Luz, and I was like, we had no clue who Luz was. So we're like, this is just some random brand out of China. They're whatever. Like, we were so small. We were just like, we'll take anything, and still are. Any paddles that people want to send us. Like, okay, sure. So I was like, yes. All right. And I remember seeing you wearing Luz, and I was like, wait a second. There's a pro wearing Luz? Like, because we didn't know how Challenger worked at all. That was our first pro tournament. And we were like, we just thought everybody was assigned PPA pro at that point. So I was like, wow, there's a pro wearing Luz. Then I remember telling Carl, like, maybe Luz is something. Like, the paddles are really good, but like, it seems like they're getting involved in the pro game. You can't just step into that without, having some good stuff. And so I was that's what I remember actually about you being there. Cause we didn't talk because we were just kind of taking it all in, but I remember realizing like, oh, I guess Luz is a legitimate brand. And then I didn't know that you broke your ankle. So there's another memory from Charleston. So I guess the good with the bad there.
Yeah, no, Luz kind of exploded during that time too. That's when they came out with like the Canon, and that it was like $90. It still is, and yeah, it just kind of like hit the market running and just exploded. And I remember, yeah, now everybody's like, "Oh, you're with Luz?" I'm like, "Yeah, I was kind of with them when we had this paddle, which is like plays like a wood paddle." So they've definitely grown, and yeah, props to them for racking out some good paddles. But
Yeah. And we'll definitely hit on Luz because we do cover a lot of gear talk on this podcast. But I do want to go back to Challenger here. So you picked up silver in doubles in Boise, and you followed that up by winning the Challenger finals in Dallas last year with Isabella Dunlap, and you get the PPA contract. What is that moment like? I mean, you're originally from the Dallas area.
yeah.
So what is that moment like to win that there?
I was absolutely ecstatic because they came from Charleston, which was like, I don't know, maybe it was like 3 weeks before they were going to do the showdown. And so I had that broken ankle, and I remember getting the email about, hey, you've been accepted to the top 8. But at that moment, I was like the top 12. So I guess I know a few of the girls, you could only play one discipline. So a few of those girls actually went to play like mixed or singles. And I think a few of them maybe couldn't make it. So it put me into like the 8th spot. And I had a broken ankle. And it was like 2 weeks out. And I remember calling my husband. I was at the bank. And I was like, babe, can I play this? I was like, I have a chance to get signed. He's like, no. I'm like, please. He's like, you're in a boot. You're in a scooter. You can't even walk. And I'm like, I promise you, I will be able to walk in 4 weeks and 5 days. Like, I'm going to be on that court. And so he goes, okay, well, let's make a game plan. He's a chiropractor. He's like, I have a chiropractor buddy that can do stem cells. His name's Dr. Gray. And he's like his mentor. And so I was like, I hate shots, but we're all in it. So let's go get this stem cell shot. So we go in, Dr. Gray's like, hey, like, I'm going to give this to you for free. Give me a shout out and we'll be good. And at that time, stem cell shots are like $5,000. So it's just like everything was lining up for me. And so I got the stem cell shot, and I actually did some soft wave therapy, which is like water. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like water coming through and like pulsating. And so like it would hit my broken bone, like pulsing it like hard. So, I mean, these are some crazy therapies, but they ended up helping me. So I was in a boot I was playing in a boot, drilling in a boot up to like 2 days before the Challenger. And yeah, so I get to the Challenger the week before because they were doing MLP. And I still hadn't found out who my partner was, because how they did it was the first seed got to pick who they wanted out of the lot, then the second seed, then the third seed. So the first seed picked the second seed, the third seed picked the fourth seed, and then Isabella Dunlap, which I had seen her at the Challengers. Obviously, I've seen her, win some amazing singles, and just she's like a dog. So I text one of my friends. I'm like, hey, can I get some reps? This was Monday. We were supposed to have the Challenger on the showdown on Saturday. So I text my friend Shay Donahue, and I'm like, hey, I need some reps. Do you want to play? She goes, well, I can't play, but Isabella Dunlap's looking for a 4th. And I was like, okay, I'm going to be in that group. So I'm like, send me Isabella's phone number. So I reach out to her. She's like, yeah, come and play with us. And it was with Keely Alnery. I think that's how you say her last name. Isabella, and then Monica Wynn. Mm-hmm. And so we practice, and I'm talking to Isabella, and I'm like, hey, do you have a partner yet for the showdown? She's like, no, I was going to ask, who was it? Who was the third seed? Anyways, she was going to ask some other girl, and I'm like, dang it. But she reached out to her, and she had already had a partner. So I was like, okay, I'm still in the running here. So she texted me that night. She's like, do you want to play the Challenger showdown? And I was like, I'm trying to act cool. I'm like, yeah, sure, for sure. Let's play. So we end up, getting some practice in together. And I'm like, we're going to play really good together. We were playing like Paula Rivas and getting some fun, practice games with these guys. And we were beating them. And anyways, so roll up to Saturday. Isabella's like, let's get there super early. I'm like, check. let's do that. Let's get there super early. Let's grind. We get there at like 7:30 or 8 in the morning. We're not even supposed to play till like 1. And so we're grinding it out, and I'm feeling really good, and ankles holding up, and just running on adrenaline. And we ended up playing our first game. We played the second seed. I think we played the second seed because we were the third seed. So we played the second seed, and we beat them in 3. It was 3 out of 5, and we beat them pretty good. And then we had Kelsey and Aaliyah Brown for the finals match. And we had actually played Kelsey and Aaliyah in some practice matches, not thinking that we would play them. So we kind of like had a game plan of, man, we can do this. But yeah, Isabella and I just click in chemistry automatically. She's a dog. I was like, with a broken foot, whatever's going on, I'm going to go after every ball. If I have to dive after the ball, I'm diving after that ball. And so before we started the match, I told Isabella, the finals match, I was like, hey, just think about this. We're grateful to be here. We're going to have fun. Let's just run this. Let's make an upset, right? Let's go after this signing. And so anyways, yeah, we ended up beating them in 4. They came back in the 3rd to beat us, but that 4th game we kind of took care of business. And yeah, that crowd is insane. So because I'm from Dallas, it was a hometown crowd, and I just remember like everybody cheering for me and just being on my side, and just the adrenaline, and just that last point. I remember like being super stitches, like roaring, like we did it. Because I finally, in that moment, I was like, I did it. Like I showed up so many people that like told me that I couldn't do it, right? So it was like such an emotional moment for me. And I remember like in the months leading up to it, I kept trying to get signed. So I was like reaching out to people like, hey, like, can you come to a practice? Can you watch me, just see what kind of value I have, or tell me what I can do or what I can't do, right? Like, tell me what I need to work on to get to that next level. And they just kept like, no, nothing, right? Crickets, or, hey, like, you'll get there one of these days, kid. And you're just like, I want more than that. Like, I want somebody to see my value. So it was really cool when I got that opportunity, how everything just lined up for me to be in that position, and then just being able to go get it, right? Like, it's there, go get it. So it was cool to be able to just like show the haters, and then also just for myself, like you do have that value. You are able to reach your goals, so just go get it. So yeah, and then just having Jacob and all those guys there just congratulate us. I was just like, man, I just feel like these guys are backing me, and yeah, giving me this opportunity was amazing. So yeah, that moment was crazy. It was insane.
Yeah, Jacob's the man. We love that dude.
Yeah, he's so cool. Yeah.
But that's crazy. It's like, coming off of a broken ankle that fresh, and then, just teaming up. You said things are lining up and stuff. It sounds like your attitude and your mental game was just really on point too. Like you were really hungry for it. And it sounds like you were a perfect match with Isabella Dunlap too.
Yeah.
And I know that you guys teamed up again in Utah, and you knocked off Zoe Wang and Alex Trong.
Yeah, we did.
You think you'll be teaming up again soon to kind of ride that momentum?
We are. We're going to do the Newport Beach Challenger, which is on Friday. So we fly in on Friday. We're going to play that and hopefully go get that gold. And then after that, we're going to play Sacramento. And then she's going to play Atlanta with somebody else. And then I think she's got her MLP journey. And then hopefully we can team up for some more challengers, because we're going to kind of use the Challenger series to just grow as a team, and obviously go grab some medals in the meantime. And definitely grow as a team, because our chemistry is great, and we run off of each other so easy. And I'm such a strategically mindset player that, like, before I go into the game, like I know where my spots are. I know where I want to place the ball, who I want to go to, thirds, fifths, once we get to the kitchen. So, and it's really cool because Isabella can take that and execute, right? So it's really cool to have a teammate where she just is behind me and can execute. And so, yeah, it's great. She's just a dog. So, yeah. I'm like, I texted her a couple months ago, and I just said, hey, like, in all honesty, I think we could be a top 20 team by the end of the year. If you're in it, like let's run it, because I really think that we have that in us. And if we change our mindset and get some reps at this level, I think that we can do some damage. So she's like, yeah, I'm in it to win it. So being brand new on the tour is tough, right? Because you're switching partnerships all the time. But yeah, that she's definitely someone that I want to try to stick with for a majority of my time on the tour.
It's really it's cool that you found that chemistry, kind of early on in your PPA career.
Yeah.
I feel like people search for that. But I guess when you're choosing a doubles partner, what matters the most to you? Is it their personality? Is it their mental game? Is it their play style?
I think it's all the above.
Okay.
Because, like I said, I'm such a strategic mindset player that if I go into a game, I'm always wanting to, or a match, I'm always wanting to like talk with my partner and have a game plan, right? We have a plan A, B, and C. And a lot of times these players are like, oh, well, I'm just here to play. Like, I'm just going to play. And I'm like, okay, you can do that, but the higher level teams out here, they have a plan, right? They know what they're going to do against you, and if something doesn't work, they're going to switch it. And so finding someone that can adapt to those plans and have some input too on those plans is great. And also, yeah, my style is a little bit different. I'm one of those girls where I have that one-handed flick, and I'm big, and yeah, having a girl that can get us to the kitchen and work the ball around a little bit and then take advantage of those pop-ups, I'm a little more in tune for. I think the faster style I struggle with. I can play fast, but I like to play fast when I want to play fast, right? So yeah, just having somebody to be able to listen and then in turn have input also is something that I look for in a partner. So yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So you talked about the chemistry and all the positives here of the partnerships here, but how do you handle, mid-match when you and your partner aren't on the same page? What's the strategy for that?
I'm honestly still trying to figure that one out. I think that's something that I do struggle with in matches when like things aren't going our way. Like, how do we jump that hurdle? How do we figure that out to where we can, shift a gear and go a different way? So honestly, I'm still trying to figure that out. I think for me, I have to stay positive in games, because if I have to have energy. Like, I like to be loud, and when we get a point, just show that, hey, there's energy there. Let's go get this match. And some people aren't that way. They're very just like, they don't have ups and they don't have downs. So it's tough for me to like figure out those kind of partnerships. But yeah, I don't know yet. Just me being positive and trying to focus on myself is like the biggest thing for me right now, right? Just focusing on what I can control. And yeah, that's about it. That's tough.
We've talked about, many times on this podcast and with each other too, how important the mental game is in pickleball, especially. I mean, in a lot of sports, but pickleball, it's just so important. And it sounds like you have a good grasp on what works for you and, staying energetic and things like that. I mean, what's going through your head, if you're in a match and it's 9-9 and it's a tight match, what keeps you kind of going and not doubting yourself?
I think for me, it's just staying energetic, right? Like staying on my toes, like I'm going to win this, staying positive. I think like me and Isabella, we were saying when we were playing against Zoe and Alex, we were always saying positive pickleball, because it's so easy to get down on yourself, right?
Yeah.
Those two balls that you hit out or that you hit in the net, it's so hard to stay positive. But if you continue to tell yourself, positivity, we're going to win this, make the next ball, just keep making that next ball, right, is something to help mentally. And just kind of believing in yourself. I think when we played Maggie and Mary, just knowing that we belong out there, right, mentally, just knowing like, hey, yeah, we're the newbies, we're the babies out there, but we belong, and just sticking with that. But at the same time, we're still growing, right? Like, I mean, these guys that have been there for years and years and years, they kind of have their strategies and how they handle conflict and all that stuff. They know how to do that. And so right now, for me, only being on the tour for 3 months now, I'm like, wow, like there's a lot to learn about myself in here, especially. This is the biggest hurdle for me, and just keeping, yeah, like positive. And because there are so many times when in the beginning there at some of the matches where so many things would happen and I would just go down, my mental would go down, and then physically making balls would go down. So yeah, just finding that right balance is what I'm still trying to figure out.
Yeah, I think that's why it's so important to find somebody that gives you what you need in those moments too. Because I feel like with me, I'm I'm at a lower level, but me letting my doubles partner down if I hit a bunch of bad balls, I start getting really in my head about that. And if you have somebody that can kind of lift you up or, give you what you need, essentially, I think that's
Yeah.
really important for your mental game. And knowing, having a reset routine or knowing how to kind of reset that mental game. Is that something that, do you have a reset routine? Do you have anything you do if you have a bad point or a bad stretch that kind of helps get you through it?
My reset routine has probably just taken timeouts at the right time, right? Like just being able to go back to the bench and talk it out, or even just like think in my head, like, hey, you hit a few balls out, you hit a few bad balls, but I say reset. Like even with Isabella, I was like, let's just reset everything, reset mentally, just reset, right? Just take a time to focus on the here and the now. And also it helps for me to just be like, first word that comes to mind, grateful, right? I'm grateful to be in this situation, and I'm grateful to have this kind of pressure, right? A lot of people don't get to be in my shoes where I'm at now, right? Like this is my career, thinking of the positives and just being able to, yeah, just run with those things is the best thing for me. So yeah, time out, telling myself to reset, and then just being positive about, hey, we're grateful to be in this situation. It's kind
I
of my
love that.
reset routine.
Yeah, so we've talked a lot about women's doubles partners. I know you mentioned earlier that finding some mixed doubles partner was a little bit more of a challenge. I know you've been playing with Ross Whitaker lately. We love Ross, big vibes guy. So you don't have to worry about negative mood from him. But what are you looking for in a mixed doubles partner?
So my viewpoint on that has changed a little bit because I am such a tall girl. I have always struggled with playing too big and mixed, right? Like taking some of the middle balls that I probably shouldn't take, and just being a little too aggressive in times where the guy comes over. Sometimes sometimes I play with guys where, not to dot on them, but I'm like, I could have put that ball way harder than you could, buddy. Like step out of the way. I've got this. You know what I mean? Like, so changing my mindset there a little bit to, okay, I'm the backup. I'm supposed to take one step off of the line. I'm gonna be that solid partner to where the guy can take over. So I think it's good to play with Ross because Ross is so tall that he kind of puts me in my place a little bit, which is great. So I'm not playing with like a small guy where Ross is like gigantic and he's like, I got it. And he's very verbal, which I love. Verbal communication is something that I run off of. So that's kind of why me and Ross play well together. But yeah, just kind of like shifting my mindset to, okay, I'm the backup. I'm the solid person. Ross has got everything else, or whoever I'm with has got everything else, right? Let them do majority of the work. So yeah, just trying to find my place in the mixed world is difficult, but we're slowly getting there. Slowly.
Love it.
Just talking about, the women's game in general, how do you think, the women's game, in pickleball has evolved in just even last year or recently?
It's gotten so much faster. Like literally, these girls are ripping balls off of a aggressive dink, and I'm just like, how are you doing that? First of all, how are you ripping a ball that I just put so much topspin off of? But yeah, it's just gotten so much faster. Like just being ready for the speed up, being ready to get in those hands battles. I've been trying to work on my two-hander quite a bit because I feel like a one-hander is good and all, but if it's outside of my body, I'm pretty much toast. So yeah, just trying to evolve into maybe everybody says I'm aggressive, but my mindset is like I'm not aggressive at all. Like maybe when it's high, yeah, I'm going to be aggressive, but off of the bounce, I struggle at like, yeah, taking that ball and doing something with it and creating pop-ups and doing all these crazy patterns. But yeah, I think definitely the big one in women's is just these girls just ripping it off of dinks and being able to control that. And then after we're in these hands battles, they're resetting and we're getting back into the point. I'm just like, that's crazy to me. Like it just blows my mind how we do that. But yeah, just most of all, just how fast the game has gotten, especially in women's.
Yeah, I can't agree more. Me and Frank were just down in Cape Coral, and it was my first time seeing like, you know, the main tour and seeing everybody live and stuff, because you watch it on TV is way different. But we were kind of blown away by the women's doubles, like the hand battles in particular.
Yeah.
How insane they were, and they go on forever. And then, like you said, they just reset. It was like more intense than the guys. It blew me away.
I know the guys are just so like dink, 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 dink. And I'm like, dude, we would have ripped that ball. We would have ripped that ball. Like that ball's not getting, you know what I mean? It's such a different, I guess you guys as reflexes are so different, but
yeah.
You've played with a whole bunch of people. You haven't been doing this a long time, but you're playing a lot because of the challengers, the main tour. We like to kind of find out, who do you see that's coming up in the game, that up and comers that people should keep their eye on?
Rafa Leonard. That guy is insane.
Are you saying that because we just had him on the previous episode?
No, I'm saying that because shout out Rafa. I saw him play against Hayden and Christian this past week at Utah, him and Chris. And if that guy can just get like where he's just steady like that all the time, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. Like him and Chris can do some damage on the tour for sure. I was telling Chris, I was like, are you going to stay with him? He's like, yeah, we play really, really well together. I'm like, you should like snag him up and keep him. Like you should. He's crazy. And then Anwar, obviously, the guy is so athletic. I don't ever want to give him a lob and just smash it in my face.
Yeah,
and then
we had Anwar on in the when we did the podcast in Charleston at the Challenger as our obviously first time meeting him, and then I watched him go play with Laura Gilton, and you know, aggressive is not even where you can start to explain his game, but he's a freak out there.
He's insane, literally. And then Chris, I actually played Chris the first game of my entire career. I played Chris and Paula. And we actually got into it. Me and Chris had some words to exchange to each other. He was being a bit of a D-bag, but I mean, we were going back and forth. There were some calls that were made that were kind of close. I was playing with Chuck Taylor, and but no, he was eating my lunch on like hands battles and stuff. It was kind of, it was pissing me off pretty hard because he was just whacking everything back down in my face. But he's, I mean, I'd fight him, but he's a good player.
That's fair. I love that attitude.
Now that you're signing stuff, what does a normal tournament day look like for you?
Normal day for me, since I don't play singles, I try to wake up about 9:30. Usually we don't play mixed until about 1:30. That's probably like the earliest that we play. So I try to get up, I eat some breakfast, I head to the venue. If I got to get my paddles tested, I usually get my paddles tested. I have a routine where I do stretches, I do some band work, try to get warm. It's so difficult with partners and stuff getting warm because like my partners all play singles, so they could be playing at 11 o'clock, So then I'm there getting warmed up, waiting for them to play singles. And then obviously they have to recuperate. And so we're not usually warming up until maybe 40, 30 minutes before our matches. So that's always tough to do, because I'm the type of person that I want to get a good warm up in. I want to get some matches in and get ready for my match. So that's been tough. But yeah, just getting there, getting warm, eating. Oh my gosh, I'm getting better at it. But there were some tournaments where like I wasn't eating anything, and I'd eat breakfast, like a small breakfast, which is usually my Starbucks order, and ham and cheese croissant from Starbucks. So I'm eating this like tiny sandwich, and then the rest of the day I'm just go, 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 go. So my mom's been coming to tournaments, and she literally force feeds me. So shout out to my mom for force feeding me at these tournaments. She always has like these like fruit bars and jerky and bananas, and she's always like, Abby, you have to eat. I'm like, no, I don't want to eat. She's like, you're eating this. And we're literally fighting with each other about eating food. So yeah, shout out to her for making me eat. But yeah, so warming up and then getting ready for the game for my mixed match. And then from mixed match, they're progressive draws, so it's just one game a day. Then finding my women's partner and hopefully getting a Coke, because I've learned that like a Coke is a quick like sugar boost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Isabella taught me that. She's like, go get a Coke. She's crazy. She has like cotton candy. She has like these cotton candy jars that she brings, and she's like eating cotton candy before the match. And I'm like, are you serious? I'm over here eating a banana, looking at her eating cotton candy. I'm like, is that good? She's like, you want some? I'm like, yeah. So yeah, going to get a Coke, eating, then getting my practice matches with, whoever I'm playing with, and then playing women's. About by that time, it's like 5:30 in the afternoon. So you've been at the tournament all day long in the sun, getting drained, playing your matches, getting ready, and then after that, hopefully going to get some dinner and hitting the bed by like literally 9 or 10 o'clock. Like there's such long days. I'm a night owl, so it's difficult for me to go to bed that early, but tournament days, I'm like 9 o'clock. That's my bedtime. I'm fine with going to bed that early. So yeah, it's a blast. It's fun. And it's cool to like meet fans and also just like meet new people, right? Like the camaraderie is super cool where you're like, oh my gosh, there's so-and-so or there's so-and-so. And you go talk with them. And yeah, so that's definitely in there at some point or throughout the day of like just talking with people and building relationships. So, and this Utah one was really fun because after our matches, they had the PPA Tour actually hosted, like they had a pro night where they fed us and they had like live music, and the resort put this on, and so that was a blast to be able to like build relationships with the other pros. It was kind of cool. Like Ben Johns came up to our table, and I was like, hey, Ben, how are you? So it's just cool being in that environment with these guys, right? Like I'm sitting at a table with Chris Hayworth and Eric Onsens and Noe Khalid, you know what I mean? It's just cool to be in that environment. So yeah, PPA did really well with how they did this tournament, and I hope they do that some more.
Yeah, that's incredible. I'm sure that's a nice little kind of release for you guys to kind of just hang out too.
Yeah.
Instead of see each other in passing or warming up, stuff like that. So
yeah,
that's really cool.
Yeah, so you mentioned one of them right there, maybe, and I think there's some other ones, but what do you think the most underrated part of being a pro pickleball player is?
I don't know. I mean, like, just being able to be in the pro tent and stuff is really cool. Like, between matches, you're in the pro tent. It's cool. Like, Greg Dow was doing some fun little skits in the pro tent, just being able to be a part of that. And I'm like, hey, Greg, like, I'm Abby. Can I be in your skit? Like, I want to be a part of your skit. And he's like, yeah, sure. So, I mean, like, that's a super cool thing about being on tour, right? We see each other every single week. We're seeing these guys, and it's cool to be able to build relationships with them. And, yeah, just being in the pro tent and just experiencing everything, taking it all in. So, yeah, I would say that's a little underrated.
Yeah, and we know Greg Dow is the skit king, so there's no doubt about that.
He's so funny. I know he's so funny. He probably was like, "Who is this girl?" I know it was funny before, like he started his little skit. He was like, and I was like, "I'm Abbi Hatton, by the way." He was like, "Oh yeah, okay, Abbi Hatton, rising star." I'm like, sweet. So yeah.
I guess, what are your days off like? What are you doing? Are you still training, or are you recovering?
I feel like I haven't had a day off in a long time. I probably need a day off. My husband would probably love me having a day off. Because when I get home, everybody wants to play, and I have like a little group that I play with on the regular when I'm home, and try to fit in as many days as I can. So I'm like doing 2 days with like friends, and then I'm, like the morning I'm doing a game with like a friend, and then the night I'm doing like a solid game, and then I'm drilling, and it's a lot. Probably a day off for me, honestly, is just like waking up late. I love to sleep in, and then watching my reality TV shows or like movies all day, and then just like kind of eating what I want, because I'm doing really good with like being healthy these days. Boring, but but on my rest days, I just chill out, hang with my husband, and not leave my house, like just chill.
Amazing. What's your reality shows?
Oh my gosh, my reality shows it's about to come out tomorrow. Welcome to Plathville. You probably have no idea what that is. I'm watching. Keeping Up with the Kardashians is a good one. My husband loves that, and he used to say it was gay, but I got him off of that real quick. He's like, "This is an underrated show. This is actually a really good show." I'm like, "See, it's a good show. People would watch it. They'd actually like it."
Yeah, Tom Protzak actually told us that's how he learned English, was watching that show. So there you go.
Yes, Tom. I love that. I love that for him. It's the best show. I'm not even lying. Okay, I'm not lying. Yeah, I'm like a Discovery Plus nerd. Where
dude, I love Discovery Plus.
Yes. Isn't it the best? You like documentaries and stuff? Are you into that?
I love documentaries, but I'm also like kind of like a HGTV kind of nerd, and then like Beat Bobby Flay, all the cooking shows.
Have you watched the new Gordon Ramsay show on Netflix? It's like
haven't.
You should watch that. It's a good one.
I will.
All right, so circling back, during the Texas Open, some insane wind going on. What advice do you have for players that are battling the wind? Because everybody's trying to get outside now. The weather's been better for the most part of the country, or getting better. People are going outside, but many people are still complaining that it's too windy to play. How do you handle the wind when it's like that, or just in general?
I have no advice for that.
That's what we're looking for.
Don't think about it, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, when we were playing on it, it was like playing in a freaking tornado. It was insane. I've never played in that kind of wind in my whole entire life. I just kept saying, like it was funny. Me and Isabella kept saying, "There's no wind out here." Like, what kind of wind? Like, trying to like psych ourselves out. And then when the ball would literally, you drive it and the ball would come back to you, it was just like, all right, I give up. Like, I don't know what to do with this. Like, at this point, it's hopeless. Hopefully you get the ball over. The crazy thing is, like, we played Catherine and Rachel in it. And the good thing is we played our first match at night, so it wasn't as windy. And we just played, like, lights out. And then we played Catherine and Rachel. They were, like, wind benders. It was crazy. Like, they were able to, like, make balls. Obviously, they whiffed a few of them, but they were, like, making these perfect drops. And me and Isabella were just like, how are they doing this? And in my mind, I'm thinking, they're doing this because they've done it for 4+ years. I'm going to give them credit for that. But for us, we suck at playing in the wind. Like we're so bad at it. No, just don't play in the wind is all I got to say. I'm sorry. Don't play in the wind. It's terrible.
Yeah, I think second year in a row that tournament was like insane wins. Maybe PPA chooses to put that one further down the line next year. I don't know why we keep going and doing the same thing when it's the same result.
I have no idea. And it's crazy. I think maybe there might be one next year, one more year maybe. And I'm hoping that they put it at Pickle or Universe. Have you guys heard about this facility?
Mm-mm.
At all? So Pickle Universe, they're about to open up another one at the DFW airport area, but Pickle Universe is where they're going to have the MLP. They had it there last year. It's this huge facility. I think it's like 38 courts.
Oh, wow.
I was there this morning, and this facility is legit. The lighting's amazing. The facility in itself, they have like a food bar. I think at the new facility, they're going to have a whole restaurant set up. Like, it's a top of the line facility. So I'm hoping that maybe in the next year or two, they will move the McKinney, Texas PPA to maybe indoors, because like every year it's that way. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, come on guys, let's plan for this a little bit better. Like, that would be great.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the wind's insane.
Yeah, it's not fun to play in, and it's definitely not as fun to watch either. So that would probably be a good idea.
Did you guys see the memes? The memes of like all the points put together?
Yeah. I saw some clips of like the craziness, and like you said, people would drive it and it wouldn't go anywhere, or
it would fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was insane. I was just like, you know what? I'm a part of history. That's all I'm going to think about. I'm a part of history.
Yeah.
No matter if I got my butt whooped or not, I'm a part of history. We do that.
Well, we also know that when it's not windy, you can smash an overhead.
Oh,
so
heck yeah,
I want to ask, what are some tips? Tell Frank, what tips do you have for Frank to hit a better overhead?
My overhead sucks. Okay, so
I'm gonna
give me all the
I'm gonna
tips.
hit the gym. Do you see that?
Is that what it is? Dang. Well, I'm definitely out then.
No, I think my overhead just comes from like volleyball, honestly. When I played volleyball in high school, I could just like kill the ball. And it was funny. I was actually talking to one of my friends this morning, and I told her, I was like, hey, if you will like shorten up your swing just a little bit and go from like literally from right here down, you'll get more power. A lot of people think like if I rotate and I just try to put my whole body into it, it'll go faster, I'll hit it harder, but it's actually not. I mean, like for me, like I literally go from right here down. And it was funny because she's little. She's like, she's going to be mad at me, but I think she's like maybe 5'1" or 5'2", I think. And today she was like hitting them, and she was like, holy smoke. She was like, I am just crushing this ball right now. She's like, I'm like miniature Abby. So she texted me earlier. She's like, hey, I want you to put a reel together of like miniature Abby and big Abby to show like this is how you hit the ball. So, I mean, maybe you could try that. Just try to go from right here down.
There you go, Frank.
I'm looking forward to this reel. This is going to be very informative.
I will post it. I will. I'll send it to you guys.
Do it.
But yeah, no, I guess I just came with that overhead. Maybe I was born with it.
Fair enough.
It is my favorite shot, though. Like, if you give me an overhead, I'm going to hit the crap out of it.
Oh, I mean, every time you hit one, it's like, is there a hole in the court? I don't know, because and sometimes you just forget the score. Sometimes you forget the score and you just smash a ball and just do a hard walk off when the rest of the three people are at the net. I love that.
I know. I was so embarrassed because like I had no idea. I was like you guys. I was so locked in that I had no idea it was the end of the point. Isabella's like, Abby, it's game, and I'm like, oh. Okay, yeah. It's game. Just love it. Love a good overhead. It's so satisfying.
That's elite level lock in right there. So you gotta love that. All right, so
Frank, we're expecting big things from you now. Okay. Now
that's where you're going wrong.
I want to see a video of this.
Yeah,
we'll do our own reel.
I'll get 500 attempts. I should be able to get you a few good ones. Get out there at the ball machine again. So I wanted to circle back on Luz because, like I told you, our crowd is also very interested in the gear. You are using the Canon, correct?
Yeah, I am, yeah.
So what is Luz has a million options now. The Canon, the Blade, the Inferno, the Tornado, there's another one, Glider. What is the decision to use Gen 3 versus Gen 4? So like a honeycomb versus a full foam core.
For me, I love the dwell time that the Canon gives. I like how the ball sinks into it. I'm a little more of a control player, not necessarily power. It does give power, but not as much as the Inferno. Like the Inferno is a little too stiff for me, I think. Every time I hit with it, I'm like, I don't know if I haven't hit with it long enough or I just keep going back to the Cannon. I'll hit with like the Inferno for like a few days and I'm like, dang, I just can't reel in this power, right? Like I already generate so much that I almost don't need that extra oomph. So yeah, the Cannon just kind of speaks to me. You also said that they have is it the glider? The glider's coming out. Is that the hybrid?
That's the hybrid. I believe that one's getting dual certified now.
Yeah, it is. It
what they're
should be
telling
passed like April 1st, I think. Yeah, Chris was talking to me about it, and he was just like, he's like, Abby, if you love the Cannon, then the hybrid's like even better. Apparently, like Roscoe's like ranting and raving about it. So I'm excited to try that paddle when it comes out because I do like a shorter handle because I do have that flick. So the Cannon was a bit to adjust to for me because it has that longer handle. And that's probably a reason why I also struggle with the Inferno a little bit more because it has a little bit longer handle than a Cannon. And a lot of people are like, well, you should do well with the longer handle with the flick. But for me, the shorter handle, I love it for a good, just fast flick. Yeah, so mostly just the Cannon. I like it for the dwell time, and it feels really, really nice when the ball pops off of it. I don't like a stiff feel, but they all have great options. So, I mean, they're flying off the market or the shelves right now. And, I mean, it's a great paddle, especially for $90 with a code. I mean, you can't beat it right now, right? Like these paddles that are coming out are 300 plus bucks.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I give props to Luz for, putting a paddle out where they're like, this is a great paddle and it's only $90. So everybody that I'm talking with always, I'm like, if you're a beginner and you need a paddle that you like power, the Cannon, you can't beat it. Don't go buy a crappy paddle, go buy a Luz Cannon.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, we still consider that like one of the best, if not the best, like value you can have, like the best paddle you can get for under $100. And there's a couple of them out there, but the Cannon is just so good.
It is. It's such a nice paddle, and it doesn't break down. Like I play with my Cannons for quite a long time because I like how it breaks in. When you first get it out of the box, it's a little bit stiffer. So give me about like 2 weeks, and I'm just like, oh, this feels great. Like it just feels nice coming off. I try to stay with my Cannons for a long time.
Yeah.
And I'm playing a lot of pickleball.
That's the only thing is some of the people worry about, they like foam because it lasts a little bit longer.
I
was a huge fan of the Inferno. It was like, it's one of my favorite paddles of all time.
Mm-hmm.
But the Cannon is up there for me too. It's such a good paddle, and I'm seeing so many people playing with it.
Yeah, there's tons. It's insane. Like I used to be, going around with the ZZ up there and, trying to like sell that and just from where they've started to where they're at now, I'm just like, holy smokes, I'm glad to be on this train, right? Like they've just grown and they're getting so big and I'm like, I'd love to grow with them, That's what I told them in the beginning. I'm like, I just love to grow with you guys, And so from them being with me from 5.0 to now, it's just, I'm kind of grateful that they've stuck with me. And I'm like, I'm on for the long haul and I just want to see what they can do with their, paddle inventions and how much they can grow. Cause I think that they're going to come out with some awesome paddles. So,
yeah, they're crushing it for sure. I mean, you definitely see them all over the place now, and it's cool that you're seeing a lot more pros play with the Luz paddles. And but as far as paddle shape, we do see a lot of pros playing with elongated paddles. Have you always played with elongated, or have you tried wide body or hybrid shapes? What's your preference if you can choose?
I think I've always played with the long bodies. I've never really played with a wide body. I actually started my first paddle with Goat. I don't know if you guys heard of them, Goat Pickleball.
I have, yeah.
So they were kind of like my first sponsor where they would like send me gear, and I thought it was so cool. And so I started with them and I never really drifted away from like that kind of shape. The only difference was the longer handle. So it was a little bit of adjustment, but I would. That's why I'm kind of excited that this hybrid Luz is coming out with, because I'm excited about like trying it and hitting with it and just seeing how it feels and what the differences is,
Mm-hmm.
and seeing if it's like a bigger sweet spot or how it plays. But yeah, I'm excited to try it out and see what I can do with it.
As a doubles player specifically, I feel like the hybrid does give you a little bit lower swing weight, so it's a little bit quicker in the hands for the kitchen. And to your point, the ball comes back quite a bit faster these days. So it's interesting that there's still so many people using elongated. So it's just wanted to get your thoughts on that. But I guess we'll see what you think of the glider when it gets its certification.
Definitely.
Yeah. So are you putting any weight on your paddles at all?
I do. I get the one, what is it, 1 pound or whatever? No,
1 gram per inch.
I get the 1 gram. I do 3 inches, and then I actually cut it in half. So I go up it, and then I put it on the sides of the paddle. I go up it, and I've actually extended it a little bit to where I go up a little bit higher on both sides, and then don't mind this grip. This is a bicycle handle grip. My dad found it on the railroad. And he goes, "Hey, I found you a grip." And so, yeah, off track. He's like, "I'm going to put it on your paddle." So this is a bicycle handle grip. Anyways, I put the 1 gram, 2 inches up the sides. So you got both sides. But yeah,
interesting.
It's a little bit different. I feel like it's a little more stability for me. Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird. I don't really
like you said,
think about like the specs or anything. I just know like, oh my gosh, I'm playing really good with this, and then I just kind of stuck with it. Yeah.
Well, like you said, you don't really need any help when it comes to power. So, stability is more important for you. A lot of times people put them on the top if they need a little more power, but
yeah, I don't need it. I don't think I need it.
No, I would say you definitely don't. Well, that's awesome. We love Luz. We're really stoked that you're with them, and we're as excited for the glider as you are.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, so let's just cover a couple off-court questions. I think we hit on earlier what you're doing when you're not playing pickleball for the most part, but is there anything you want to add to that outside of waking up late and actually having a day off for once? It doesn't sound like that happens very often. If you didn't have to do anything for a week, what are some things you would do, you think?
That would be a miracle. Oh my gosh. What would I do? I would actually probably book a flight somewhere, like to the beach. I keep telling my husband, I'm like, hey, when I get off, because like in May, I'm going to take a little bit of a break. I'm like, hey, what do you want to go do? Do you want to go to the beach or something and like go suntan and just like hang out? But even then, like we went on our honeymoon and I brought my pickleball. Well, I didn't bring my pickleball paddles, but we ended up finding a pickleball place in New Zealand. So it's like so tough to like take a day off. It's like ingrained in my brain. It's like one day off and I'm like, okay, I gotta hit a ball. I gotta find somewhere. Yeah, because we tried to take a day off on what days is it today? Tuesday. We tried to take a day off on Saturday, and I ended up going. It was like 7:00 at night. I said, "Babe, do you want to go play at our old park that we used to play at?" And he's like, I thought we were gonna take a day off. I'm like, no, let's just go see who's out there. So we went out to this park, and there was like a bunch of college kids, and we just wrecked all the college kids. That was my day off. Because I'm so
amazing.
I was talking to my mom. I was like, I feel like I'm kind of dumb now, because if you tried to ask me something outside of pickleball, I would probably revert back to pickleball. So maybe there needs to be like, after I'm done with pickleball, like in 5+ years, I'm going to have to go back to college to like relearn everything. Because it's such a thing. I'm not even kidding you. It's such a thing. It's crazy.
I can't imagine you just walking out on the rec court, and especially people that don't follow the pro scene just hop into a game with you, and you're just absolutely putting holes through them. That's happened here with. I was talking to somebody at a different park, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I went to Collins Park, which is where generally the higher level Charleston players are at." And they're like, "This girl goes, Yeah, some guy came there, like Anderson Scarpo. He's pretty good. I was like, you think? He's
Awesome.
he's doing okay. And so, but like some people just have no clue, because it's still growing, and it's fun to see that. But I love that you did that, and I love that you have zero regrets. And just you were out there to wreck people. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's fun. We do it often. We have like a court out here in Lake Worth. It's like 15 minutes down the road, and I always tell Tom, like my husband, I'm like, let's just go play. And it always gets out, dude. Like I will be playing, and then so and so will come up to me and be like, "Are you Abbi Hatton?" And they're like, "We called our friends. They're coming. We're in a good game with you." And I'm like, dang it! Like I just wanted to be here, just like wreck people. Like I don't want any high level guys out here. Like, I just want to come out here, and then they go, so like, what do you do? Like, who are you? And I'm like, oh, like, I just play. It's fun.
Yeah. So we have the opposite effects. People are like, oh, you guys are the guys of the podcast. And they like trying to throw us in higher level games. And it's like, I shouldn't sniff the court of a 4-5.
Like, we can talk about it better than we can play.
We're great at talking about it. And we're not even good at this, but we're way better at this than pickleball.
That's so much fun. At least they asked you guys to play in it.
Yeah. One game, that's all you get. And then as soon as they see me
and
hit,
then they're like, no more.
Yeah, as soon as they see me hit an overhead into the net 4 times in a row, they're like, that's it. We're done with this. Please get off the court.
Well, that's not going to happen anymore, Frank.
No, obviously that's solved.
You're going to crush overheads now.
We're good. Yeah, so I wanted to ask you, how important do you think it is for your success to be sleeping in a dark room? I've seen some video footage of you. Maybe, working on your next patent. The Hatton patent is coming, and I saw some custom drapery that you were doing there. I just wanted to see, like, that seems like might be a big priority for you. What's the key there for the dark room?
It's a huge priority, dude. It's huge. My mom can sleep through anything. Well, she can sleep through light. Okay, if I see light coming through that window, I'm like up, and I don't want to be up at 6 or 7 a.m. Okay, so. Yeah, my mindset is to block out the windows. We were staying at an Airbnb in Utah, and they had these like windows up top. And I'm like, no, like there's no way. So what I did was I put a chair on top of the bed. I got some towels, and I put towels up in these freaking windows. I'm like, there's no way that I am not getting my beauty sleep with their light coming in. Like, no way, dude. So, yeah, I always come up with these inventions, and my mom decided to get it on video and then post it to the world, which was just great. I'm like, thanks, Mom. I appreciate that.
I'm with you, though. My wife's the same way as your mom. She could sleep through anything, can sleep anywhere. The sun could be shining in her eyes. She just passes out, no problem. I worked midnights for several years, so if there's any blip of sunlight, I can't. I'm like, oh, nope, can't do it. So I respect that.
Maybe that's why I have to have it dark, because I did work midnights, like midnight
changes
to
you.
7. So maybe you're onto something. So if someone asks me this question again, I'm going with that. Yeah,
there we go. Yeah. So I did catch that on the Hatton crew. You have the family Instagram, which is hilarious. Yeah. If you were going to add one person from the tour as an honorary member of the Hatton crew, who are we adding?
Greg Dow. 100%.
There it is. Yeah, well,
Greg Dow. Easy. That's an easy check.
The skit quality, dude, I guess, would get a nice bump.
Yeah. I would be like, Greg, we need to document this, and this, and this. He'd be like, got it. Let's do it. It would be great. Yeah. I love funny videos. I'm just now starting to get my mom to do content, which is amazing. And she gets like the stupidest stuff ever. And I'm like, okay, this is what you got to do. And she's like, I don't know how to do that. I'm like, just do it. Just go to CapCut. And just do what you think you need to do. And she's been doing great. So, yeah, she's my little videographer now, which is awesome. You guys
are crushing it.
You see her in the highlight reel this past couple of days. She's like videotaping the highlight. And then she's like, oh, that's great. Good job. I'm like, this is golden, man. Yeah. It's golden. My mom has no idea about pickleball. Like, she's just now starting to like figure out what the shots are called and everything. So when we're playing and we hit like a terrible shot, she says some of the off wall words that come out of her mouth. I'm like, why would you say that? Like, that was a terrible hit. And she's like, you're amazing. That was great. And I'm like, what? Like, there's been times where I've turned around to her and I'm like, don't do that. Don't say that. What are you doing? She's like, sorry, I'm just trying to be positive. And I'm like, oh, Lord. I'm like, we got to fix that. We got to work on this pickleball thing. We need to figure this out. But she's
doing mom things.
That's
she
it.
is. I'm just glad she's on tour with me.
Oh, yeah. All right, so we're gonna do some rapid fire. Actually, I'm gonna turn it over to Carl, and he can give you the rundown here.
Oh yeah. So we kind of like to end everything with a little rapid fire section. It's just some quick answers. You're not timed or anything, so take your time.
Sometimes,
if you want.
yeah, they're not quick. Sometimes,
Yeah.
so you just take however long you want. This is a very poorly run show, so there's very few rules.
Yeah, it's casual. And if you want to pass on any, you can too. Or if you don't have an answer, you don't have an answer. It's just nice and simple. So, first rapid fire here is coffee or energy drinks.
Energy drinks, Monsters, White, go.
Love it. Fastest hands on the women's side, not including Annalie or Anna Bright.
I would say Zoe. Zoe had some really fast hands.
Amazing.
Yeah, I like her style.
I think we know this answer now, but what is your favorite TV show?
Welcome to Plathville for sure. Everybody watch that show and tell me what you think. It's crazy.
I'm going to check it out tonight. All right. You answered this one too. Early bird or night owl? I think you said you're a night owl.
Night owl. Who?
Love it.
For sure. Who?
I am too. I get it. Beach or mountains?
Beach. I already answered that one too. Dang.
You did. You didn't answer this one, and this is a really important one.
Okay.
Hard-hitting question. What is your go-to karaoke song?
Oh my gosh. Shallow.
Dude.
Shallow. It's the Lady Gaga and what's his face.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's a real good one. Best trash talker on tour?
Ooh, Matt Wright. My friend and him got in a fight. I'm going to say her name, Jen Rogers. That's Noe Khalif's wife. They have a thing. They're going to butt heads all the time. And Noe's playing with Matt, like I think next week. So it's going to be great.
Oh, amazing.
I'll try to get some footage of it. It's great.
I'm saying the PPA needs its own reality show.
They could catch some behind the scenes stuff. I'm gonna start doing it. I think I keep telling my mom I'm gonna have to start getting some BTS of the PPA tour live. I think people would be super interested in it.
They would love it. One app you can't live without.
Instagram. Yeah, Instagram.
Awesome.
It's bad.
One shot you're still working on.
Two-handed backhand. Yeah.
All right.
That needs to be dialed in.
Yeah. I think you did mention, you said you have something in your wrist from breaking it that makes it difficult.
Yeah, I do. It's a T-plate. Yeah, I don't know. Can you see that scar?
Okay, yeah.
See it? Maybe. It's a T-plate. Yeah, so it's a T, comes all the way down, and then I got 12 screws in my wrist. So literally, This is the only flexion I have. So like this one flexes all the way down.
Wow.
This one doesn't. Same thing there.
Crazy.
Well,
So-
at least you have an excuse.
When I
because-
try to come around the ball, I get like stuck. And it almost just becomes really flat. But I'm working on it. We're getting there. Yeah.
Well, Frank doesn't even have an excuse, so go break your wrist, Frank.
That's what I got to try at this point.
Guys don't really have to in a backhands though. You guys don't need one. Just use that one
Yeah.
hand.
I don't have that either.
Yeah.
All
What do you
right.
see it? Were you like this the whole time? Forehand?
I move my entire body, so I only hit forehand.
Just run around forehands. That's all we do.
Heck yeah, let's go.
If you weren't playing pickleball, would you go back to trains? Or what would your career be?
What my career be? I was gonna be a chiropractor. I was gonna go after like my husband's footsteps and like train with him. That was that was the plan, was to go to chiropractor school, and then the whole pro journey just kind of put that to a halt. Someone asked me that too. Yeah, probably chiropractor. I would not go back to trains. That lifestyle is crazy. It's wild. And being the only girl there is like, it's like a bunch of dogs. It's crazy.
It's amazing. That needs a reality show.
Yeah.
All right. Let's say your biggest pet peeve.
Missing a serve.
Ooh, I like that.
Missing a serve pisses me off. But even when I do it, pisses me off because I'm like, that's the easiest shot. People are like, you need to rip your serve. I'm like, you just ripped it 10 feet out of bounds instead of just getting it in. It's the easiest shot. It should be. So, yeah that's pet peeve.
I'm right there with you on that one. All right. Last question. What is one word to describe your game?
I don't know. It's different. Especially being a girl, it's different. It's a different kind of game. I like to slice a lot of my shots. I kind of scoop a third. Slowly starting to get a little bit better at like doing some topspin shots, but it's very weird. I could do some shots. I could do a reel on some shots that I hit that people are like, what the heck? Like, what is that? And I'm like, I do that on the regular. I could hit that 100% every time. So I would say different. Yeah.
I like that. That's awesome.
Excellent. Well, you've done it. You've answered all of our questions. Want to give you a chance to shout out any sponsors, include your socials. Hopefully you have a grip sponsor, so you're not using bicycle grips, but I'm going to let you take it from here.
Yeah. Shout out to Luz Pickleball. You guys are awesome. I just signed with Airfly, so you'll be seeing me wearing some Airfly glasses. They have rubber on the side, so there's actually not a nose piece. So you'll see me repping them. I signed with them a week or two ago, so I'll rep those in Newport Beach. So excited about that. And then just signed with Cookie Grips. They're awesome. Their grips are very doughy. Get it? Cookie.
I do.
Doughy.
Yeah,
And
you're
then
in the right group for that humor.
And then Maxwell Pickleball shoes. So they sponsor me with shoes, and they're pretty sick. And so, grateful to all of them for helping me on this tour.
How do the people find you? What's the socials?
My social and Instagram is Abinator123, ABINATOR123. And then on TikTok, it's just Abigail Sage Hatton. Do I got to spell that out? It's a lot.
No, we're going to put it on the screen, so you don't have to do that.
Perfect. That's it, yeah.
Awesome. Well, Abby, thank you so much for joining us. I know we've been talking kind of back and forth. Thought we might catch you in Cape Coral, but didn't work out. So glad we could finally link up. I knew you'd be a great interview because there's plenty of personality there, and those are the people we're looking for. So appreciate you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. This is my first podcast. I just thought about that. Yes, that's awesome. So
Pickleballers next. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Definitely.
I'm glad that you guys are my first, though. Thanks.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Hey, we're happy to be here. It was an awesome episode. So, all right. That is episode 26 of Unforced Errors. You can go follow Abby at the links below, and you can follow us at Unforced Errors PB, and you will see Carl and I on the next one. See ya.